Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be making a recap of the last 30 days that I've had on Etsy. Now the last 30 days I did approximately around $20,000, and I wanted to make an update video. Well, this is actually the first update any at all, so it's not really an update video, but I wanted to give some tips on what I learned, what are the top things that I learned after doing so, after making around $20,000 in a month. And the first thing I realized that was really important is to focus on evergreen designs and not necessarily trending designs, because when you're able to do $20,000 of with trending designs, or if you get on a trending niche, like the next month you're lucky if you make maybe $10,000 or $5,000. But with evergreen niches and trends, or not really trends but categories, more than likely next month I'll make at least $20,000, if not more. Or if it does fall, then it would be a very, let's say, a 10% drop instead of a 50% drop with a trend. So I believe that it's a really good idea to build your business and your brand around evergreen design and categories versus trending designs that take off and then kind of die down. So that's how I was able to do it this month. It's not really Christmas time at this time. It's not really Halloween time. It's September, but from all those sales, none of them were from actual trending stuff. It's just evergreen designs that are on my store 24 hours a day, that just people find them during the day. And so yeah, I would highly suggest so if you're feeling stuck, maybe you have a bunch of evergreen designs, and evergreen designs just means pretty much designs that would sell any day, year round. It'll sell in January, in December, summertime, wintertime. People will always be buying them. So yeah, pretty much the opposite of a trend where people only buy during a certain time. I like to focus on evergreen designs. So yeah, that's my first thing that I learned, that it's really important to do to stick in that category. If you want to make, maybe you might not make the most, but it'll be the most consistent revenue that you make. And so another tip that I learned is to have multiple listings where you offer personalization or customization options. And the reason why is because the more of those that you have, if you actually have the ability to make them, simple ones, then I would highly encourage you to add them to your store. Because Etsy in general is known for having more custom or personalized gifts. So you're gonna open the gates to a bunch of new customers, that if you're just offering designs that are not customizable, or if your messaging and language in your description is more it's more open, oh, if you want this or this, I can do it for you, then customers are more likely to send you a message. And once you have that message, then you can go further from there. So for example, there's multiple times where customers would say, oh, can I have this, but I want to change this and change that. And at first it might seem kind of okay, fine, I'll do it for you. But in reality, that could be your whole market research from one customer telling you what they really want. So I've had multiple times where I have a design up and a customer will say, I want this design but for this, or I want to change this. And what a thing that I'll do differently than most sellers, and I'll encourage you to do so too, is instead of creating a separate custom listing for them, let's say if this person named James messaged you saying, oh, I want this done, right, whatever, I want this custom made, instead of making a separate listing and then titling custom listing for James and then sending them the link, I would highly encourage you to just make that item. Let's say they wanted a dog mom sweatshirt, right? So then you would put instead of saying custom for James, you will actually make it a listing for other dog moms who are also looking to purchase what James also is buying right now. And you'll find that multiple times other people are just as interested as James in buying that item, and it will lead to recurring revenue from other customers. So the same amount of time you put into it, you can also make either the entire design or at least most of it applicable to more customers. So then thanks to James, not only would you get that one sale, but you might get another 10 from other people who also had the same idea, but maybe just didn't want to send a message to a seller to ask for it. So that's one thing that you can change, is don't just send them the listing necessarily just for them, like, but try to apply it to other customers who might also purchase it. And you'll find that not only would you get the sale from James, but from all the other customers who are also looking for that. So yeah, once you have the idea from that customer, my next tip would be to, once you have that general topic, then you're gonna quickly make 5 to 10 other variations of that same topic or design. You'll find a ways to change the image or change the colors based on what they recommended you, because more than likely, like, that's a really good niche for you to get in. If the customer message you about it, there's more than likely another like 10 to maybe even 100 people who also want the same thing, but are not sending messages or requests to the shop owners. So yeah, from there, once you find that not only did James want the design, but then other people are starting to buy from it, then you make 5 or 10 or as many as you can designs based on that, in different variations, like offering different color options like black, whatever, any color that you sell in your store, you make multiple based on different colors. And then also you would also like change the markup, like maybe you have success with a markup selling well in one category, but in the next category it's not really doing so well. Maybe you can change the markup and kind of like try different variations of that to see which one customers like best. And if you have like a text-based design, then one thing you can do to change it up is try different fonts, different placements of the font, different sizings, and obviously different text colors. And you'll find that people respond very differently, you know. I've had designs that are very basic, and then I change a few stuff and then they start to sell a lot more, or vice versa. Sometimes they're kind of overcomplicated and you simplify it and customers start to buy it. So yeah, that's one of my tips would be to just experiment with different designs. And let's say if you got into a certain category or niche, but you didn't find success in sales, maybe try a different design style in the same niche and see if you get a different response from the customers. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all. That's my top like 3 tips that I've learned after doing around $20,000 in sales in 30 days. So yeah, anytime I keep making more revenue and I learn more stuff, I'm gonna make sure to make more videos. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.